Particularly for empaths who are prone to codependency and unhealthy relationships, freedom is a hard-earned gift. That doesn't mean they don't try to put an end to these sufferings, though. For the following 8 reasons, genuine empaths are never free. 8. Until they engage in separation exercises. Empaths must learn to use discernment, knowing when to interact with others in an empathic way, and when to maintain a healthy emotional distance. Through this technique, they are able to navigate relationships without losing their emotional balance. Detachment is especially important when it comes to relationships that are toxic or depleting. Compassionate people may find it difficult to break away from those who take advantage of their empathy. Empaths who have learned to detach are better able to identify unhealthy relationships and take action to safeguard their mental well-being. For empaths, detachment is also essential to self-care. They have to put their health and energy conservation first. Empaths can build emotional and mental space for themselves, which promotes resilience and keeps burnout at bay by practicing detachment. Additionally, detachment makes it possible for empaths to successfully set and enforce boundaries. Sustaining a feeling of independence in relationships requires this. In order to prevent their empathy from becoming a cause of emotional tiredness, empaths might learn to maintain a healthy balance between their compassionate nature and detachment. 7. Until they ruthlessly cut certain individuals out of their lives. An empath's emotional reserves can be depleted by toxic interactions, impeding their ability to grow and thrive. Disconnecting without apology can be a self-love strategy that helps empaths recover their energy and put their mental and emotional well-being first. Empaths must let go of guilt when they decide to cut individuals out of their lives. Empaths who are used to prioritizing the needs of others over their own may experience sentiments of selfishness. True liberation, however, comes when empaths understand that looking after their emotional health is a self-care and self-respecting act rather than being selfish. Empaths can overcome destructive and manipulative emotional tendencies by adopting an unrepentant, detached attitude. It's a proclamation of independence from partnerships that compromise their authenticity and impede their development as individuals. Empaths remove negativity, sowing individuals to make room for constructive relationships that feed their innate empathy. This liberating deed emphasizes how crucial limits are for empaths. It makes a strong statement that their welfare is not negotiable. 6. Until they learn to love who they are. For empaths, self-love is a need, not a luxury. Their tendency to put the needs of others above their own can result from their compassion. A mentality change is necessary to learn to love oneself more, realizing that taking care of oneself is not selfish, but rather the cornerstone of development and emotional fortitude. Any residual self-criticism or self-doubt that stands in the way of an empath's road to self-love must be addressed. It entails valuing them, appreciating their abilities, and appreciating the special traits that make them compassionate beings. Empaths may never fully embrace and adore who they are if they can't resolve inner issues that stand in the way of their liberation. Empaths who are self-loving are better able to establish and enforce limits. 5. Until they realize how valuable they are. Self-doubt and feelings of inadequacy are common traps for empaths. They must face these false beliefs about themselves and swap them out for a sincere appreciation of their worth in order to begin their journey toward liberation. Until empaths develop a positive view of themselves, they could unintentionally commit themselves to relationships and circumstances that support an unworthy feeling. Embracing their value gives empaths the authority to set and uphold boundaries. It turns into an admission that they will never compromise on their emotional health. This understanding serves as a beacon, directing individuals away from relationships that minimize their worth and toward ones that celebrate and support their innate ability to empathize. The pursuit of self-worth is a collaborative process. It is a life-changing process that affects all aspects of an empath's existence. When empaths accept their intrinsic value, they take control of their own liberation. They are no longer bound by self-doubt and enter a space where they are worthy of respect, love, and meeting their own needs. 4. Up until they make the most of their emotional assets. Empaths need to learn how to navigate empathy and self-preservation and set boundaries so they don't get overtaken by other people's emotions. Their emotional strengths could unintentionally become sources of limitation until they are able to achieve this fine equilibrium. Emotional exhaustion is a common result of empaths absorbing the vitality and feelings of those around them. Optimizing self-care techniques through mindfulness, meditation, and other recharging activities is crucial on the path to freedom. Prioritizing their emotional health is essential for empaths in order to avoid burnout and tiredness. Leveraging emotional strengths for individual and group development is part of optimizing emotional strengths. Sensitivity is a tool that empaths can utilize to build stronger bonds, promote understanding, and benefit their communities. Empaths spread empathy and compassion on the path to freedom, making it a collaborative effort. 3. Until they meet their true love. Empaths may traverse the world with resilience and confidence when they experience this kind of love, which turns into a source of strength. Empaths may struggle with feelings of loneliness or a desire for a relationship that reflects the intensity of their own feelings until they experience such a love. Their life's passion acts as a spur for their own development and recovery. It provides a secure environment where emotional wounds can be healed and weaknesses are accepted for empaths. This transforming love becomes a source of stability and support, an essential component of the empath's journey towards liberation. The empath's partner in their quest to have a positive impact on the world is their true love. When they work together, they produce a synergy that intensifies their combined empathetic energy, promoting growth and a sense of purpose. Thus, seeking a love that reflects the depth of one's empathetic nature is a necessary step on the path to freedom for empaths. In addition to meeting their emotional needs, empaths search for a connection that can serve as a catalyst for both individual and group empowerment, giving them a deep sense of freedom and fulfillment as they traverse the world. 2. Until they quit lowering themselves to the level of their oppressor. Refusing to become like their oppressors is a sign of strength and resilience rather than weakness. Empaths must develop a sense of worth beyond criticism from others or unfair treatment. The oppressive cycle can continue until people accept their intrinsic worth and refrain from taking revenge. This unwavering strategy entails a deliberate dedication to the higher moral footing. Empaths have to choose their routes wisely, adhering to their ideals and ideas while navigating disputes. Refusing to become equals with oppressors becomes a declaration of self-respect and a promise to uphold one's dignity in the face of hardship. Additionally, escaping this pattern enables empaths to rewrite their personal histories. It's a proclamation that they refuse to let the acts of those who wish to oppress them define who they are. In the absence of this empowered attitude, empaths risk becoming entangled in a web of reactive actions that impede their road to actual liberation. 1. Until they begin to embrace a path of spirituality. The search for inner peace and self-discovery is the purpose of the spiritual path. It provides a route to the depths of their own souls, enabling people to skillfully and resolutely negotiate the complexity of their empathic nature. Empaths may struggle with the difficulties of their empathic abilities without seeing the full potential of their transformation until they embark on this introspective journey. Empaths learn techniques and resources that improve their emotional health along the way. They develop resilience and inner serenity by various spiritual practices like mindfulness, meditation, and other practices. This spiritual basis serves as a pillar of support, enabling empaths to navigate the ups and downs of emotions without feeling overpowered. Empaths might also access a greater purpose through the spiritual path. It enables people to harmonize their empathic qualities with a sense of service, making a constructive impact on their surroundings. Until empaths accept this greater calling, they may not have a deep sense of fulfillment and purpose on their path to actual liberation. Has your spiritual journey led you to discover your purpose as an empath? Since childhood, empaths have strived to live up to their self-promised lives of being free from material suffering and concentrating on something more important. They nevertheless make an effort to get the emotional room they so richly deserve, even when they occasionally slip back into their terrible attachments. What is preventing you as an empath from experiencing true freedom right now? In what ways do you combat these?